According to a recent survey, nearly half of Americans have been spending more money this summer than the past two combined. Earlier, I spoke with millennial money expert Tanya Rapley on how to make sure families can stay on track. So tell us your number one tip to make sure that families stay on budget.
Yeah, so things are changing and families have more options to technology available to them now. And one of those things you want to do is take advantage of modern, flexible payment options available to you. So one of those payment options, which I partner with, is Affirm. And Affirm is a flexible payment solution that allows you to pay at your own pace, doesn't have any hidden fees or late fees. And what that allows families to do is break those larger payments down into smaller, more affordable payments that fit into their budget. So they're able to manage their cash flow more efficiently while getting the things they need. And I know we're coming to the end of the summer, so families want to entertain. They're planning for back to school. So, outdoor furniture, school supplies, uniforms, clothes, electronics, some of those larger payment options, families are able to make them more affordable to them. And with the firm, they have access to over 6,000 retailers, including Walmart and Target. So you want to make sure you're taking advantage of the payment options you have available to you, because sometimes you don't have to do it all at once.
And talking about shopping, when is the best time to go shopping?
Yeah, so during the school year or during the year, there's a few times there are hot spots for shopping, and we're coming up on one, which is the tax-free weekend, because most states will waive sales tax so that families can take advantage of those discounts and those savings during the back-to-school season. A lot of stores also offer discounts during that time to lure more buyers into their stores and into their doors. So you definitely want to take advantage of that, as well as don't discount the discount stores, because discount stores, while they may have some generic items, they also have quality name brand items that families can purchase at deeper discounts: school supplies, decor, snacks, toys, activities to do with their kids. You're able to save a substantial cost, but also get some of those items that might make it easier for you to finish out the summer.
And now that Americans are more likely to see neighbors and friends, is there any financial benefit to that?
There is, it's self-care, but also you can swap items. So one of the things that I did when I lived in California and I had a new baby, is I swapped some items with other moms who had some supplies that they didn't need anymore, or they didn't use that they thought they would use. And, that goes on beyond our children's years, beyond adulthood. You might have things that you purchased, but you want to swap them out, or you're not using them, so you can exchange them with your friends, family members, for things that they might not have used, because another person's trash is another person's treasure. So you can save money, socialize, and get the things that you need.
Tanya, any other tips you care to share with me or my viewers today?
No, but if anyone wants to find out more about Affirm, they can go to affirm.com. And if you want to find out more about me or learn more about what I do at MyFab Finance, you can go to myfabfinance.com.
Sounds good. Tanya Rapley, thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it.